Hey everybody, welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red. Last time we caught the legendary bird Pokemon Articuno, the first of the 3 legendary birds. This time we're going to be heading along Route 15 and we're going to cut up and walk all the way up to, let me show it on the map. I should have had the map ready to go. Basically, we're going to cover the ground that we missed. Last time we went this way, and then eventually we'll come over here, don't worry about that. But now we're going to head up through Route 15 to 14 to 13 to 12, and then we'll end it off at Lavender Town because, well, you know, we don't need to go back to Vermilion City for anything. So, what I'm going to recommend is you bring a Pokemon that can fly. I brought Spearow here because I caught a Spearow that's level 22. And I'm gonna I actually need to teach him fly. Pretty sure he can learn it. Should be able to. I mean, pissed if he can't, because then he's gonna be thrown in the garbage. So I'm gonna teach Spearow here fly, because once I'm done with this, I'm just gonna want to be able to fly all the way back, or if I need to fly back really quick. And then we have our good buddy Meowth here with Cut, because we're going to need Cut. I also forgot that I meant to grab the amulet coin and put it on somebody else, but oh well, it's fine. And let's talk to this guy. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's aides. If your Pokedex has completed data of 50 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. The experience share. Pretty good. It's pretty good. We have 52, so we're going to need 8 Pokemon left, and I am getting very close. By the time we catch all the legendaries, I'll only have to catch a few Pokemon from, like, Safari Zone and stuff. But I'll do a lot of that off screen. So, the reason why I'm recommending you... So, we didn't bring all of our team members here. I just brought the ones that are not as high leveled, and while I was fighting all the swimmers on that route that we were on last episode, off screen, Raichu leveled up to about level 40, and Mimian can easily, you know, level up due to it being a traded Pokemon. So I figured I'll bring Onions, because he hasn't got to do so much lately, and I'll bring all of our newer Pokemon. Well, I know that Onions is literally the Pokemon we had the longest, but I brought Onions because lately he hasn't got to shine so much, and I'd like him to be able to do that. And I figure... And I'm not going to keep using Spearow throughout this whole trek. I just figured I'd level up once. I could have just been lazy and used a rare candy, but I kind of respect the fact that those items are rare. So I'm not gonna do that. Alright, so... Okay. Carry your lace. I think I was worried. Sorry, quiet for a second. I was worried that I was leaning too close to my mic, but I don't think that's the case. I still need to actually decide how Onion's final moveset's gonna look, because it can either stay the way it is now, or I could doctor it a little bit. And I also could change it up a little bit once we hit post game, but I'm just not sure yet. I need to be thinking about final movesets. Gambling is pretty much, he's only one move off from his final moveset. So is Chubulon now, I'm thinking about it. Unless I decide to restructure him a little bit. But I don't think I'm going to do that. But Gambling, it's not like we can really do anything to get his final move. It's just we gotta kind of wait on it. Other than that, he's pretty much ready to go. Mimian, I am kind of... Because I think I passed up on the opportunity to get Baton Pass, so I kind of think I screwed myself over just a little bit. But with Reflect, I'm just kind of trying to think a little bit more on my moveset, because it's doing fine. It's just a matter of, do I want something else? Ooh, Meowth has an item. See, this is the one time... Oh, never mind, we have Boat now, so flying types can be taken out by our new Ice type buddy here. Never mind, fuck you. I knew Meowth was coming out. It's probably just gonna do that exact same thing again. Whirlwind is pretty much just roar. but for birds. I think it outspeeds me. Oh, nope. I guess before I switched into it, so... Meowth's probably going to level up from this, just because he's so low leveled. He's going to take experience away from my Spearow that I'm trying to evolve. It wouldn't hurt to level up Meowth a little bit. I think that would give him access to some better items, you know? Alright. I am curious. Part of me wants to check and see what he's got now, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. Okay, good thing we didn't have any items on us. Also, on this route, I believe there's like a held item you can get if you rematch to trainer a certain number of times, but I actually need to look into that. But the thing is, you'd have to use the move Thief, so I don't think any of our Pokemon... I don't know if any of our Pokemon can learn it, but none of our Pokemon have it by any means. Meowth could probably learn it, though. But for now, that's not even really something we can do. I don't know if I mentioned this. Well, I definitely didn't mention it because we don't have one. But I actually really like Spearow's back spray. It looks pretty cool. He definitely looks a little bit more sophisticated than he does from the front. Even though I do like Spearow. But even though Spearow is one of my favorite Pokemon in general, I say that as I'm not using one on my team. But you gotta understand, I've used Spearow more times than I can probably count. But if I were to guess, at least 6. You know, as much as I like Spearow, I also think I know I've mentioned this about Farfetch'd too. Even though Spearow looks like a dumpster chicken, he also looks delicious. Alright, Spearow. My little bird buddy's all grown up. It's been a wonderful 5 minutes we've known each other. I caught him right before I started recording. See, he's so cool. He kind of looks like Ho-Oh a little bit, but like if Ho-Oh, you know, fell in the mud and couldn't get out for a while. Alright, so we'll put Firo right here. His sprite's also goofy too. He looks like a turkey more than anything, I guess. Whoa! A rare candy? Damn! I guess if I, you know, wanted to use that on Spearow, I could have got it back. What level... Nope. Hold on. What level are you guys at? Or like, how much experience you guys got? You know what? Chubulon. You know what? No. I was gonna give that to Chubulon, but I'm gonna save it. But yeah, the reason why you want to make sure if you're following the route that I'm taking and you're going like up to, you know, Lavender Town, like to catch up on the trainers you missed like I am, make sure you're packed. Like, you're gonna be on a little trek if you want to do it in one go. And my intent is to do it in one go. And I guess I don't really have to fight all these trainers. You know what? It probably would make more sense if I didn't, but... I think at least these bottom row of trainers, like along this path, I might skip and do off screen just because, I mean, they're not really going to have anything too unique, but I will say though, on this route, I believe it's this route anyway, it's in this general area, you can catch a Chansey. Fat chance that you'll catch one though. You'll very rarely run into it, and if you want one with the item Lucky Punch, which is an item for Chansey, from Chansey, you won't find it. You just won't. I definitely don't think you will. Oh, a glue. Well, there's another Pokemon you might want to pick up. Ooh, this would be good too, just because I can just use a Leaf Stone on it and evolve into the Vileplume. I'd have to go buy one though. I don't think I have one. I used one on that Execute I caught in the... As far as... Really? Come on, man. Don't do this. I have an Awakening, though. I know that. Check my bag and I saw one. Get the ball. Thank you. I'm trying not to go too overboard with catching random Pokemon, but if I see one that's pretty decent, it can be a good, quick evolution of mine as well. But yeah, there's also Venonat, another Pokemon that will evolve pretty quick, and one that isn't the best. It's not really a great Pokemon by any means, but I've always had a soft spot for Venonat. He's just funny looking. He's just got these big old bug eyes. Let's see if we can find him real quick. I'd like to catch one, just for the novelty of it. And he evolves into Venomoth, a Pokemon that I have a very strange attachment to. It's a Pokemon that is not really great at all. I mean, yeah, it's not. It's not good. Like, it's as much as I wish he was. He's not an awful Pokemon, but he's not very good either. But I love him anyway. I guess because I used him a lot in Blue version when I was a kid. I would give him... Yeah, there's a lot of trainers here. We're definitely going to skip these guys. But he would... I would always teach him Psychic. Because he would have Psybeam before then, I think. And I remember I was like, he's so strong because he has Psychic. And he actually could do decent damage in that game. I guess because Psychic moves just did good. Even though it wasn't stabbed, so he wasn't getting more attack. I'm surprised that biker didn't. Oh well. So yeah, you want to do cut because you want to come up here and get this. This is usually the route I take, just because I never really look forward to this trek, just because it's not a lot happening. There's not a lot of Pokemon I really catch. Rain Dance. I'm actually gonna hold on to that because I had the chance. We'll fight these two. Double adders are fun. I actually think this is the guy that you can get an item from. It might be a black belt. Not sure. But we can't get it now. Oh! I mean, it would have been good to have. Oh, never mind. We're going to be fine. We're going to wrap this shit up. And we'll have Gambling attack Hitmonlee since he's more bulky. That might actually hurt. Yeah, good job, Hitmonchan. I really do wish that I didn't forget the amulet coin, though. Because I was trying to decide who I was going to put it on. I guess I put Raichu up too fast and didn't think too much about it. Because, you know, we're saving up for more Pokeballs because we got to go catch the second legendary bird soon. But for now, this is all we got. Still making pretty decent money, though. And I guess when I come back through here, I can, you know, come back through with the amulet coin, because, you know, I'm not fighting most of these guys. I'll fight the double battles because they're fun, and we don't get to see them much. And actually, the first time we were able to do a double battle, I didn't show it on screen. So Charmander and Squirtle. All right, let's do Slash. Let's save our Aerial Aces. I like Slash in these early games just because it's just a nice little neutral move to have. And especially, and realistically, Gambling's move that I'm going to replace Slash with is actually probably worse, but as I mentioned, I like to have both types that my Pokemon are represented if I can, and our only option is not going to be great, but that's what Swords Dance is for. Or if I change my mind, I can always just, you know, get rid of Swords Dance first and then keep Slash, but I'm probably just gonna do what I had in mind. Copper. He looks so happy. I mean, yeah, I know he's probably like polluting everything around him, but you know, you gotta admire his spirit. I feel like that's what people say about CEOs now. Like, people that defend them, they'll just be like, yeah, well, they love life, so. Yeah. I hope I get somebody in the comments that says something about like meat riding Jeff Bezos or Musk or somebody. I hope. That would make my day. Actually, it would probably ruin it, because that would make me really mad. I say ruin my day, but by the time this gets posted, it'll be several days later, so. But, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm actually recording this specific episode on Valentine's Day. And, you want to talk about my least favorite holiday? That's it. I know it's a skill issue thing, but I've never had a girlfriend, so I've never really, I mean, like, when I was a kid, Valentine's Day was cool, because it's like, you know, at school, they would do stuff for it, but I don't, as an adult that's still single, and is not good at, like, going out of his way to talk to people, Valentine's Day fucking sucks. Like, I don't like it. Okay, I will say, though, my mom always likes to get me something for Valentine's Day, just because, I mean, she's done that since I was a kid. I don't think it's like a she feels bad for me kind of thing. I think it's just like a sweet thing to do. But, you know, me personally, other than that, because that always makes me smile, because it's very thoughtful and stuff, but me personally, I get a little bitter on Valentine's Day, because I'm just like, I'm sure my tune will change at some point, or maybe not. Maybe I'll still find it ridiculous, but probably not. I like to think that I'll enjoy it at some point. But, you know, I'm just like, man, it's a Hallmark holiday, man. Like, you know, part of me does kind of think that, but at the same time, I know a lot of it is just, it's not a fun holiday to, like, acknowledge that other people are enjoying and realize that I am not. So, if you cut through here, literally, up through here, you can get, I think this is the patch of grass where you can get Chansey to show up. It would have been really funny if it showed up, but it was almost zero shot that it would. So, I'll battle this last biker just real quick, just because I actually think I'll forget about him if I don't. The only reason I battled those guys is because I just wanted to show the patch of grass where you can maybe catch Chansey. I know you can catch it there in Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, but I could be wrong about in this version. But I'm pretty sure I'm not. If I am wrong, please correct me, because I don't like spreading misinformation unless it's funny. But I actually care about this, so and also just in the name of curiosity of, did I get that information right? So, but yeah, I've never really been a Valentine's Day guy. It was always just a holiday that was just kind of like, you know, it's there. I'm sure that at some point that when I don't want to say if, but maybe when I eventually, hopefully, date somebody, I can get a little bit more value out of Valentine's Day. It'd be nice too, because I don't like being a hater all the time, you know? Like, but I guess if I don't enjoy something, I don't enjoy something. And it doesn't help that every time, like, on Valentine's Day, you gotta see, like, a lot of annoying couple posts or whatever. And, yeah, a lot of it is bitter, but at the same time, it's like, I've never really been one that likes to post, like, my personal stuff, like, on Snapchat or Instagram or anything. Like, I know a lot of people, when, like, their pets die or their family members die or something like that, they post about it, and I'm always just kind of like, I really don't want that. Like, because if it's like you want some sympathy kind of a thing, it's like, dude, you won't be able to go 2 feet without, like, because, you know, especially with, like, I live in I don't know if I want to say small town, but it's like, word gets around, people know people, and when you have a mom that's a keyboard warrior on Facebook and stuff, it's like, people will see that, and then they'll see your face associated with it, and then it's like, you know, get around. But I don't really want to post stuff that feels like it's fabricated attention or anything, unless it was like a situation where, like, maybe the person I'm dating is like, hey, why don't you post that on your story or something? That'd be nice. If they wanted me to, sure, I'll do it. But it's like, me personally, I don't want to like post like, hey, here's my girlfriend. Do you see my girlfriend? Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't brag. Okay, to be fair, I probably would brag a little bit just after a little bit, just because, you know, I get the comment from my dad a lot. It's like, you'll understand. It used to be, you'll understand how other people are so like giddy over stuff like that. He used to say, because I would be talking about like how a lot of people that I know, when they date somebody, it's like they kind of disappear or whatever for a while, and it's like you don't hear from them much. And then my dad was essentially like, he used to say, you understand when you start dating somebody, and then like more recently he was like, you'll understand if you date somebody. And then I was like, oh boy, that does not feel good to hear. But you know, I think I probably would maybe post some stuff about it, which I don't know. My dad doesn't have anything that I'm really on because I don't use Facebook. So, but I definitely would brag about finally having a girlfriend a little bit, just because, almost like proving people like, see, I told you I could do it. Like, but for now, I guess, you know, for now I'm gonna bitch about Valentine's Day. But yeah, I'm not. I just don't really want to post stuff. It's like, hey, this is my dog that died. Please send me likes and stuff like that. Part of me feels kind of like that's a little. It's a little. You know. It feels fabricated. It's like I know I'm sad about like something like someone or someone important to me passing away. It's like I'm not gonna like try to take like pity from it, you know. It's like I'll have people in my personal life that I'll tell, but I'm not gonna put it on the internet, because it's like, dude, I don't really want you. I don't really need anybody knowing that, like knowing my business. I think the only thing I could think of, because I know when I was sick, I did a community post talking about it. That's a little different, because it's like I'm trying to make something of the YouTube thing. So obviously, if I disappear and don't post anything for a week when I've been posting pretty consistently, then I feel like then's a good time to say something. But that's, and then like when I had like a family emergency thing, I was just like, hey, I'm probably not gonna post much this month, like, because of that and wanting to enjoy the holidays kind of thing. I don't know if I made a community post like that, but I probably did. But you know, it was like there was some stuff going on that I didn't really go into detail of it, because I'm not trying to farm sympathy or anything like that. But if it's something that's like impeding me and it's like getting in the way of something, I want it to be known, like, hey, I'm not dead, I just got some stuff going on. And I'm not saying that I would never make like a thing talking about something shitty that was going on, because sometimes it can be helpful or even therapeutic to get it out. But like, or like just to explain like what's been going on, kind of a thing, or maybe just something that I think could help somebody else. Like maybe me posting it somewhere and somebody else seeing it, maybe it would help with something they got going on, kind of a thing. But for me, it's like I'm not really somebody that does that a lot. I'm not gonna post about like a family member or something like that, because it's like, you know, I know people in my personal life that will help me get through it. I don't necessarily need validation from like a bunch of people on social media and stuff. Granted, it's you know, I follow a lot of like people that I went to high school with on social media and stuff like that, so it's like, it's not like it'd be like complete strangers or anything that'd be seeing it. But it's like when something bad like that happens, you're already getting so many messages from people to hear about it, or just people that will like I said earlier, just happen to know who you are, and they'll see you in the grocery store and they'll like, be like, hey man, I'm sorry about what's going on, and then you're just kind of like, who are you? Well, obviously they don't say that, but it's like what you're thinking, probably. And you know, there's just I feel like you're already getting a lot of attention anyway, so you're not gonna want more of it. But you know, weirdest text I've gotten when something was going on, and I only really mentioned this just because I had like briefly touched on it, like, I don't know how many episodes. I think it was during one of the Silpco episodes, but like how my stepdad passed away, and the worst time, like I would hate getting like texts like this in general, just because I have no interest in it. But I remember the day he passed away, we were all, it was like, you know, I went home or wherever, because I wasn't home at first. Like, I was at my dad's house, and then I went over to my mom's house. And, you know, people were over, obviously, like, we were, because, you know, that's how, like, happens, like, when somebody passes away, like, people come visit and stuff. And right then, I get a text from a military recruiter. And I don't know if you're from another country or anything like that. I don't know if it's like if there is like trying to convince you, like propaganda wise, as it is in America. And okay, let me preface. It's not that I don't. I respect like the military and stuff like that, but I have like. I kind of don't. It's. I feel some of the aspects of them trying to like recruit you, and I'm not even saying like recruit in like a buzzword for it. It's like, no, they're literally recruiters and stuff. They kind of really butter it up, and they kind of, you know, make it really sound like, oh, it's not, it's chill. It's not. It's probably not. It's not chill. It's like, my sister is in the military. I'm not gonna say what branch. You don't need to know that, I guess. But you know, at the same time, it's like they really try to butter it up as like, oh, we'll pay for your college. It'll be like this super awesome fun thing you get to do or whatever. And it's like, okay, but then if war happens, then like you'll probably die. Like, and I'm not just, and I want to go ahead and preface this. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. I'm just saying that I don't like the practices that Army recruiters try, because to me they feel a little exploitative. And my sister even like kind of has commented on that they're really, that recruiters are kind of full of, she said, she was kind of telling me that like, even though she likes what she does, recruiters are kind of full of it a little bit. Like, it's not as glamorous as it seems. Because, I mean, honestly, why would it be as glamorous as they make it out to be? It's you are in the armed forces. It's like you have the potential to be like sent to war at like any time. So, you know, it shouldn't be taken as lightly. It's like, hey, you know, they might pay for your college and stuff like that, but you know, there's some aspects to it that you might not want to do. You know, it's just something that I wish they weren't so. I wish they weren't so deceptive about it. Like, they make it seem so much more chill than it probably is. And this is coming from somebody that is definitely not in near physical condition to be in the military. It's not me hating, it's just there's some deceptive things about it. But people that actually serve in the military, I've got nothing but respect for. It's just the commercials and the recruiters and stuff, you can tell it's almost like they're selling it to you, like they're trying to sell a product to you rather than like try to convince you to, hey, like this could be a career for you and you could be, you know, a hero. But instead they're like, nah man, you want a Jeep Wrangler and your college paid for? Then you just gotta do a few years, man. It's like, that's how they talk to you. They don't talk to you like how it actually is. Like, hey, you might get into some trouble, you know, this is gonna be tough. It's not, I just don't like how it's kind of portrayed, just because it feels almost like they're trying to downplay it a little bit, when really it's serious stuff and you should take it seriously. And I feel like at least a lot of the recruiters that came and talked to us at school, they really, really try to act like it's just this cool little club you can join. Weird, when really it's like a actual serious life choice that you have to make. And I think a little transparency in, like, they need to actually treat it with the serious decision-making aspects that it deserves. That's all I'm saying. And if you are in the United States of America, and you serve in the military, thank you for your service. Absolutely. I will not go back on that at all. Because, you know, no matter your reasons, you're doing a good thing. Or, you know, you're doing something that there's something, it's a big commitment, it's a lot, you know. But you know, the whole point of that was when my stepdad died, I got a text that day while I was sitting at the kitchen table, like, you know, distraught, you know, felt empty, you know. And I get a text from a recruiter coincidentally that day. It was like, hey, I'm Captain whatever the hell. Have you thought about your... And I was in college at this point. Like, he's like, have you thought about that? Have you thought about your future at any point? And I was just like... And I was like, I'm already in college. And I'm like, I really don't want to talk about this today. Like, I didn't care at that point, so I was just like, look, I'm already in college, I don't want to think about it. And he kept, like, pestering me about that. That's the thing. That's what I was talking about. Is like, I was just like, no thank you, pretty much. I was like, I'm already in school, and I didn't end up going into the, you know, field that I was in school for, but at the time, I sort of intended to. Or at the very least, I was committed to school. And I did graduate, so, I mean, that much I did do. But it was like, I was like, nah, man, I'm good. And then after that, he was like, oh, well, just because you're already in school doesn't mean you can't. And I was like, look, man, my dad died today. Please leave me alone. And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But would you ever consider? And I'm like, nope, I blocked him instantly. I was like, it just feels so impersonal. Like, cause I was already in a horrible mood that day. And for me to be like, hey, you know, I don't want to go into the military. I'm already in school for something. No, thank you. With all due respect. But then to be like, and then like I specifically said, my dad died. Please don't talk to me about this right now. It's the last thing on my mind. And then he was like, he still said something, and then like kind of was still trying to push for, like, all right, I'm not done trying to. It was almost like a door-to-door salesman that when you're starting to close the door, he put his hand in it and then wouldn't let you close it. And that's what I don't like, is that it's very pushy. That's all. And that was just not a really good That was not a... In general, that was a horrible day. But it was like, that was just some more icing on the shitty cake, you know? So, no disrespect to anybody in the armed forces or anything like that. But recruiters, I am very, I don't like how they handle things, I'll just say that. That's all I'll say. Because it's pretty much all I got to say about it, you know? It's just, I don't have problems with people that are doing military stuff. It's, I don't like that they're kind of sugar coating stuff. I think we're pretty close to the end of this route, though. You know, I'm honestly wondering how I got to that, of all things. I hope I didn't offend anybody with that, because it wasn't my intention to, obviously. If it's anything I can say, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, you know. But I definitely, it's not that I don't agree with some of the stuff it said, it's just I think I'm not the best at saying things sometimes, I think. I don't say things. It's I wonder if I'm saying things the way I actually mean them, or if it's like maybe I'm ignorant to something. But I don't know. I just think that we shouldn't treat it like it's something that's an easy decision to make. It's something you gotta think about a lot. That's all. You know, I thought cut was going to be more useful other than that one spot, but okay, you know what? No, I do know that there is like one more cut thing that we're going to need. I found Carbos in a cave while I was spelunking. I said spelunking. But I am pretty sure we are almost done. And if this episode goes over a little long, it's because it's because I don't want to make this 2 episodes, you know? Because it's, I mean, for all intents and purposes, kind of a filler episode. I get to talk about more random stuff that's like on my mind, almost just to get it out, just stuff I'm thinking about on these filler type episodes, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, not much is going on. Like, I still have not found a oh, now, I don't know if it's like we need the super rod, but now that we have the good rod, we might be able to catch a Poliwag. And then we get evolve into Poliwhirl and they get a Jinx. Mainly because I'm just kind of curious what moves it has when you trade it, but we'll just keep onions out. I might skip a few of the trainers from here on to where we're going, just because I want to kind of wrap this up relatively soon. But all their trainers through there, it's like it's a pretty big gauntlet, so I wanted to show them. Oh yeah, we're almost done. Tree looks like it can be cut down. Yes. Actually, wait, I don't know if this is the spot with the item. It's not. Okay. Alright, you didn't have to do that. Odish! The little D's in his name make it look like a Cyclops smiling. I don't know what made me think of that. Fisherman! What's catching? You never know what you could catch. Let me guess. 4 Magikarp and maybe a Gyarados? Oh, 2 Magikarp. I'm sorry. One thing that's good about Magikarp, though, you can literally use anything against it. Yeah, if that didn't one-hit kill it, I was going to be shocked. Psychic would have been the better choice, though, probably. Another Magikarp. Is this one going to be level 25? Oh, no, level 24. Evolve that thing! You want a rare candy? I'll give you 2, and then you can have 2 Gyarados. You can name them D and Dumb. Lost it. Then why did you decide to battle it? Hey, 800 bucks? What you got in that cooler there, bud? Alright. This is the main thing I knew you were going to need cut for. I think this is... I think that item right there is a moonstone. I'm searching for a moonstone. Have you found one? I am like very, very pretty sure the item right next to him is a moonstone. Why are you looking for a moonstone? You don't even have any Pokemon that can evolve with it. Oh, whoops. Ice Beam! Boom. I love the Ice Beam animation and the sound, though. It's nice. It's nice. I'm sorry. Nidorino. Okay, now you can evolve that one. All right. See what I mean about Boat already having like a huge HP stat, and even when it was like still in its early 30s, it was, you know, good iron. I guess I always just think of Moonstone. That would be really funny if the Moonstone was right there, though. That would be hilarious. Ooh, item from yeah. Onions. I don't know why, but I'll just give it to him. See what you got, Meowth. Oranberry, I've missed you, Meowth. I've missed you giving me free shit. Alright, come here, dude. Electricity is my specialty. I don't know a thing about Pokemon of the sea, though. That kind of reassures me a little bit if you're using electric shit. Please don't play with those near the ocean, you idiot. Oh my god. He's gonna kill somebody. Sonic Boom! I think Sonic Boom always does 20 damage exact. Pretty sure. Not a good move at all. Cool animation, though. Electrode. That dude is probably gonna explode, so let's use Chubbyline. Well, I don't know. He might not. I'm just used to most Electrode having self-destruct, but I don't know if like a random trainer battle one would. It really bothers me that Electrode is like floating, like he's levitating, but he doesn't have the ability to levitate. He has static. I mean, it's decent, but like, you know. At least they gave him a new form, or I guess an old form, if you look at it that way, but still. Alright, in this house, if you went this way, you would get... I'm the fishing guru's younger brother. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? Yeah. Grand, I like your style. I think we can be friends. Take this and fish, young friend. A super rod. Yeah, alright. Which is kind of strange. If you catch a big Magikarp with that rod, I want to see it. As much as I love to fish, I also love seeing gigantic Magikarp. I'm probably not going to bother with that. What I think is kind of an odd choice is I think they probably should have just put the Super Rod in Fuchsia City and then the good rod this way, because it would encourage people to actually take this route to get here. There's a few more trainers. Actually, after these two, I think I'm just going to skip to the last item that we need to get. Well, not skip, but I'm just going to ignore the trainers. I don't see the point in cutting right now, just because we're pretty much done anyway. Slash. Helping Hand. That's a pretty cool move for double battles. It's going to make Nidoran, or Nidoran male, do more damage if he didn't die first. Poison Point! Man. Oh yeah, this is definitely a waste of time. You guys did not give any experience. The guys further down south did, but you guys suck. Why would I let you win? I was just bitching about couples on Valentine's Day, and you think I'm gonna let you two win because you're happy? There we go. Alright. Let's go. Oh, you know what? I am gonna skip this guy. Just for you, because I can just surf around him. This guy... I can do the same thing! Alright, so... I think this is it. All I needed to get is this little item. Skill Swap. It swaps your ability with the opponent or a double battle partner. Very, very situational. Not really something I'd recommend. Wait, is there something down here too? Let me check. I don't think it's anything, but... yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so before I forget, so while we still have Fira, I'm going to show two things that might interest you that you can get with Surf. It's probably not something that you're really going to want to even entertain, but it'll take like 30 seconds. So, or 30 seconds each. So, now that you have Surf, you can go across this. And I'm probably not going to use this, but... hello there! I've seen you about, but I never had a chance to chat. Must be good luck that brought us together finally. I like to celebrate by teaching you the move Soft Boiled. It is a move that is going to heal your Pokemon, but really, I don't know a lot of Pokemon that can learn it. So, not really something that you would really want. But, if we go all the way back to Viridian City with Surf, which we also could have done it with Cut, I believe. Yeah, we could have, but I forgot, and it wasn't worth coming back for then. This is a little bit more worth it.
Yawn. I must have dozed off in the sun. I had this weird dream about a drowsy eating my dream. And I learned how to eat dreams. Oh, this is too spooky. Let me teach you to a Pokemon so I can forget about it.
We can't really benefit from that, because we're not really going to keep any moves that sleep. Like, yeah, I know we have Sleep Powder, but that wouldn't really work, because I don't think we just were going to learn Dream Eater. And while we're here, this is something I didn't check out before, but Viridian's gym's doors are locked. So yeah, the gym leader is not home. We'll have to check back on that later. But now, since we're done with that whole filler arc, next time on Pokemon FireRed, we will go here. What are we doing around this area? You'll have to find out next time. See you guys then.